The chair will now recognize the gentlewoman from California, Ms. Speier, for 5 minutes.
Madam Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to address the House for 5 minutes and revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This is my last speech on the House floor. You know, I've given hundreds of speeches on this floor, but there will be no more. I'm reminded of a quotation. Each of us is called to do something, and if we don't do it, it won't get done. For almost 15 years now, I've had the privilege to be in this chamber, to do this work. Like many staffers who come to this great building, they seek to one day become members of Congress. And I became one of those. I was the legislative counsel to the late Congressman Leo Ryan, who was assassinated in Jonestown, Guyana, trying to extract constituents who had been held there against their will by a cult leader named Jim Jones. I'm proud that, along with Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, Congressman Leo Ryan's name now appears above the Democratic cloakroom. I was shot 5 times on that airstrip and left to die, but obviously survived and committed the rest of my life to public service. In fact, I have the record here in Congress of being the member who had the longest stretch between the time they first ran for Congress, which was 29 years before I was elected the second time. And what I know is this: we are specks in the timeline of history. Few will remember us, but they will remember events. The corridor to the members' dining room on the House side shows a mural of L'Enfant choosing the site for the U.S. Capitol. Then President Washington is seen actually laying the cornerstone. And then in 1814, the British burning the Capitol. And then the rotunda being used to house Union soldiers as a medical center. There's one more mural that has to be placed in that corridor. It's the mural of January 6th. What will we do to prevent another one? That's the challenge to all of us. What will we do to lower the rhetorical temperature in this sanctuary of democracy? Will we ever end the blood sport that goes on in this chamber? You know, above us in the ceiling is the eagle with the words e pluribus unum. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. It is our duty to our constituents, not to our Facebook audience or Twitter followers. It is not our goal to increase our followers. It is our duty to increase the confidence of our constituents in democracy, in getting things done. I hope the 118th Congress will do what I was not able to do in 10 years and get the ERA into the Constitution of the United States. It is 24 words. Every democracy in the world has an ERA in their Constitution, but the United States. I hope that we will restore the right to reproductive autonomy for every woman. I hope we will do what we should do, which is pass an assault weapon ban. But surely we can prohibit the purchase of these weapons of war by teenagers. We should make permanent the child tax credit, lifting a half of the children in this country out of poverty last year when we did that. And we've got to do a better job of providing for our servicemen and women. You know, I have had an extraordinary staff these almost 15 years. They make me sound smarter than I am, more articulate than I am. They work long hours to move legislation They plan conferences in the district for senior citizens and job seekers and students and all the many, many town halls we have had. Madam Speaker, I ask that each of their names be placed in the congressional record today. They are the sheroes and heroes of this institution. I thank
Without objection. Go on, proceed.
I thank my constituents for the greatest opportunity of my life, to serve them. Thank you. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back.